It's Saturday, the weekend before the long weekend of Dorado Downs. And I don't know how this video is going to end actually, but Charlie has dropped off TUFF 62 to us yesterday and he has a big wish list. Our workshop is fully booked till February and I tell you, we wouldn't do this for almost anyone, but it's basically the only way this car is going to even go next week is if we do it after hours. So we never work on Saturdays unless it's on our own cars. But it's Charlie, one of our best mates. We've got to get him on the road. So we're going to get into it, rip and strip, and just basically see what we get done after the hours of 9 to 5:30, and hopefully the end of this video finishes with TUFF 62 here ripping up a sand dune at Dorado Downs. All right, let's get into it. Here we go, I'll show you around. It's full rip and strip time. So first things first, we've got to sort the tow bar out. That's bolted on. Used a genuine Nissan in this one. If it was going to be a long range tank going in, we'd put a Heyman Reese Series 4. Steve-O, why are you at work on a Saturday?
Well, we got good mates that need jobs done. And we've got to get Charlie back out there.
Oh, I know.
This weekend.
I know, it's a 4-day build. And when I say day, I mean night.
Yeah, you're right. I think we are. But we'll get there.
So this is what we've got pulled apart. So we're going to run the 12-pin plug or Nissan genuine loom around here through the grommet there. But for the tow pro, that has to be soldered to the wires sort of about this location. I've got all of that out. Steve's just finessing the bumper as we speak here. And yeah, genuine Nissan on at the moment. If we were going to put a long range tank in, we probably would have gone Heyman Reese Series 4, but that's not going to be needed. And then over this other side here, so this is the genuine wiring loom, comes from Nissan. Like these models were made of gold, what they charge for them. And then that comes to this plug. So that's just plug and play into the car. But to get it to the Tow Pro, this is the Tow Pro loom. Why do we use the Tow Pro loom? Because it has a diode in it. So diode's like a one-way valve, so to speak. And that means if your caravan has electronic stability control and say it's getting a bit loose and has to activate, then the caravan isn't trying to brake the car, it's just trying to brake itself. If you don't have that diode and the red arc, the extra loom that you need, then you could get yourself into that situation. If you're only towing a 6x4 trailer, no electric brakes, doesn't matter. But most people are towing, big caravans these days, so you have to do that. I'll keep walking around the front here. Toby's doing the suspension. Looks like he's up to the arms, upper control arms. And what we're doing over here, oh, here we go, you can see it here. You don't have to do this, but we do it because we believe the Nissan ball joints are the best on the market. So we're pushing the ball joint out of the Nissan factory arm. That's that one there. And we're going to replace the one. These are the dash arms or Black Hawks. They're great, just as they are, don't get me wrong. But nothing beats a genuine Nissan ball joint, so it's just a little service we do here, I suppose. And if you've got the tools to do it, you just press them out and press them back in. TUFF 62 is well on its way. Better live up to this plate, Charlie. While we've got all this stuff open, it makes sense to put the locker override kit in. You know why you need it. But it's easy as the ECU for the lockers here, and this is how hard it is. You just basically plug that in. As easy as this. Put the plug that way, and then make it nice and neat. That can go underneath. That can go underneath. What, the battery went flat on the snap-on tool. There we go. And that part, and we're done. But yeah, while you've got it all open, you might as well do that. Now I'll cable tie it all up. All right, it's time to finalise the Toe Pro. Heaps of people put them, there's a button that usually resides here, and they like waste the whole button in that spot. Now, the problem with that is in a TIL especially, there's not enough buttons. What we generally do is put the Toe Pro, move the camera, right in the centre here, because there's nothing else you can really do with that real estate there. And it means if you're a passenger and you want to brake the trailer, you can press and hold that at any time, very conveniently, whereas if it's on the driver's knee, like, that's all you can do. So anyway, that's where we tend to put it at 4x4 DNA. Nice little neat spot down here for the actual unit. Just got to neaten it up, close it up now. All right, what are you up to there, Steve-O?
Fit the nice neat TLR bracket.
Yeah.
And get the grey endo, red endo, and your 12-pin plug.
It's going to look neat. That's about the neatest way I've seen to do these. That looks good. Fast forward now, it's Monday morning. It's a bit early. Come in because we've got to get this exhaust done for Charlie. We're going Manta this time. I'm going to talk about that a little bit in a moment. But first, I'm going to show you something on my car, which is new. Let's walk up and have a bit of a look here. So you'll notice I've got the twin system off of my car at the moment that I had, the Talk It one, and I've got this other one on there. What's this, you ask? Well, this is another one we're testing. This is called the Dash Attune exhaust. It's been on for a while, and it's going to be another Dash offering, but I can't quite show you at the moment because it's about 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'll tell you about that another time, but I've got to go and actually do a bit more tuning to that. Next, it's time to rip this exhaust off of Charlie's car. Look at this, it's enormous. Oh my God, so big. So that end, good for scrap metal. We've always got plenty of beer at 4x4 DNA because the amount of scrap metal we get from exhaust. All right, this is the Manta system we're putting on. Charlie had pacemaker last time, but he wants it a bit louder. He wants that deep throaty sound. And let me talk to you about the nuts and bolts and stuff. The whole time we've been putting exhaust on these Y62s, we've been challenged with exhaust leaks, and it's so frustrating. So we're kind of changing up all the hardware. Like if we fit an exhaust here, we'll change the hardware we bolt them up with, and probably I'll go through what we've been doing. Hang on. So, all right, most of the hardware that comes with these exhaust systems are, you know, you've got your bolts, these serrated nuts. They're pretty good, but they do come loose occasionally. So then we started working with like spring washers, and we still have troubles with them. What we've ended up doing now is going for this style. So this is a cone nut, if you don't know what a cone nut is. Like the thread, when they put it in the nut, goes through and gets smaller towards the end, it tapers, and therefore when you put this on, oh, can I do this with one hand? Look at that, skills. You get to a point and it won't go any further, and then after that, oh, that's tight now. Of course, I've got to get the bolt down here somewhere. So as I tighten that up, that's going to cut into the nut, and that's never coming off. So that's one of the things that we've been doing here, and we've asked for all the manufacturers to start supplying this, but yeah, hopefully that'll happen soon. Then there's gaskets. This is the gasket that comes, like when I pull the exhaust apart in a minute, it would be full of these sort of gaskets, which are pretty good, to be honest. They're probably the most expensive way to make a gasket, and that's why all the manufacturers supply these. Now, what happens, like this has got a steel bit here, and when you, and they're a laminated product, so there's two bits like squashed together with all these perforations, and the idea is when you crush that up, like it seals and nothing happens. You have to use silicone with this. What I've found is you crush them up, and then after a while they get a bit of an air gap through them, and then they delaminate through the sides, and then you'll see like black exhaust gas coming out and have problems with them. So we've gone to these ones. Again, I'm giving all of our little dirty secrets away here. These are a lead gasket, but when these crush, that's it, that's done. So we haven't had any problem with these, and I'm starting to fit these up without even using any gasket or silicone. Gasket gear, I was going to say. But so that's what we're doing currently. And again, I've asked all the manufacturers to start supplying these. With our Dash Tune exhaust that we'll have, that will come likely with this gasket, or possibly, depending on testing, it might even come with that one. We'll see. So, yeah, we're giving all the shop secrets away here, but yeah, if you're having exhaust leaks, maybe that's why, possibly. Exhaust is off. I know I've done this before, but I'm still amazed how restrictive this system is. That is enormous. And then look how it like pinches in down here. Like, how can that flow as good as that? It can't. It just can't. And I swear, when I've had it aftermarket, like a good aftermarket exhaust on, I swear I pick up a few kilowatts. It's just a little bit quicker. All right, let's get this thing on. Ooh, all right, all done. I'll tell you, if you buy one of these exhausts off us and someone's going to charge like an hour and a half to fit it, probably an hour and a half, 2 hours probably more like it. Anyway, just pay the money. It's worth it. You won't cut your hands up, and if you don't have a hoist or air tools, like, it's so much harder. Anyway, let's show you what the Manta looks like. Right, actually fits up really nice and snug there. Quite like that. That's good. All right, up over there. That was fun, that top bolt. And then comes up under here. And yeah, there's up there. Here we go. All right. Now, I guess it's time to start the car and see what it sounds like. Ooh, that's a bit creepy, isn't it? Manta, cat back, loud, first starter. Pretty happy with that. So to give you an idea, it's one of the louder exhausts, but not too loud. But if you want to turn the dial up a bit, you do a high flow cat or a cat delete, and then it gets loud. Or even headers louder again. That's what Steve's got on his car. I reckon Charlie's going to be pretty happy with that though. All right, I'm going to put it up in the air and then get the torch and go look for leaks and everything. But exhaust is done. I'm going to go work on my car.
I remember having myself, I had a VV bucket hat on and a big sunroof. I'm not sure.
We're up to Tuesday now, and through the magic of really early mornings and late nights, we've got this all done. Lifter's all done, so we've gone the on-track 2-inch lift, like the lower control arm lift, rear camber bushes, all that sort of jazz. Interior's all put back together, and like generally these guys don't let me work on cars, but Steve did some, I did some, but we're doing the battery, and this is another little sort of thing we do at 4x4 DNA. When you're starting to do a decent build, we know that there's going to be heaps of power required, and to manage that, we just pretty much every time we see a car for the first time, we'll quote for one of these brackets, and we can only use 2 MIDI fuses if you want, but like we know Charlie's going to be back for other stuff, so they're the compressor. Actually no, sorry, that's his Andersons up here, but he'll be back for a compressor, onboard air, and everything that TUFF 62 is known for really. But we're always like challenging ourselves to make this look neat, so they let me do this side. Tell me what you think. I reckon it looks pretty neat, but that's a way we're starting to manage them. And if you ask me in a year's time, we'll probably be doing something different and better again, but that's what we're doing now. I quite like it. That's a TLR bracket, by the way, if you wanted to know. What's left? Cheeky Charlie sends us a message. You guys are doing really well. So do you reckon you could get a front bar on by the weekend? Like, Charlie, don't go there, mate. Later. So I think all we're going to try and achieve now, because we haven't even got our own cars ready yet, is probably a Snorkel on the front. there's only 2 snorkels will fit, to be honest, at the moment. That's the Safari and also the Patrol Doctor. They're the best 2 looking in their categories, if you ask us, and definitely the ones we have least issues with, both fitment and, you know, after sale. So Charlie's gone the Patrol Doctor 5-inch on here, and we'll get that on, and then basically that's done, and we can start getting our own stuff ready. And yeah, next thing is us at Dorado Downs burning up these awesome sand hills. I can't wait. What are you up to now, Steve-O?
Putting this beautiful ORD bracket on the battery, so we can start putting all these like fancy.
Look at that.
Fancy little names for our wires.
Show us with the conjure over it.
Well, it's a bit harder than.
Blooper. Nothing gets edited here. This is Dash. We don't edit.
Oh no.
There we go. How does that go on?
3/4. You got to roll it on. And then you got to pinch the top.
That will look good.
All right, teamwork. Look at that though. That does look good, hey. Excellent. I wonder if that's focusing. Don't know. Now you know which wires do what, Charlie. Good job, Bob. All right, Charlie's car is done, or is it? We'll talk about that in a minute. The snorkel's on. I'll show you.
But are you, Steve? Why do you like these?
As a fitter, why do you like the PDT snorkels?
It's just refined. It's finished. Beautiful box idea, and that box idea with the little brackets on the side that holds all the little E-clips to hold all the diff breathers and that loom for the airflow meter. Spot on. And the pinch seal. It's a great idea. Bring it along. Obviously, the bits that people don't see is what's under the guard, where this big pipe blends in with something that's not even the same shape. So obviously refined, looks very nice, clean lines, but underneath, like I said, Dave, if you have a look under here, I've left the guard liner out.
Oh, have you?
So underneath here is a nice round rubber, fits perfect, and then it goes into that oval shape, where a lot of people give me the hose which is one size, and we've got to make it fit here, which is you know, it's not perfect. A molded section like that, no dust, no water, doing its job, and it sounds amazing.
All right, so is Charlie picking up his car today?
No, not today. We'll give him the option to pick it up. I reckon
We can talk about it, because
okay.
I did send Charlie a text message this morning saying, "Oh, sorry Charlie, Steve's been caught up, we can't finish the snorkel today, you're gonna have to pick it up tomorrow." But there's kind of a sneaky reason for that.
There's a sneaky reason. We'll do the front bar for him. We're gonna work overtime. We'll get it out for him. He's been around since day dot. He's sat at the old shop in Virginia. He's watched us bloody build this whole business.
It's more than overtime, this is double overtime now.
Double overtime now,
It's
triple.
gonna be like 1 AM.
I think we need some double blacks.
Hear that, Charlie? Double blacks, yeah? All right.
We're gonna do it, we'll master it.
Let's finish this off. It's going to look so good.
All right, how'd you go, Steve?
We made it, mate. Charlie, you're gonna be pretty chuffed when you see this one. We got the bar on. We ended up getting the snorkel done. Oh, hang on. Charlie did do something.
That's what Charlie did. He did the antenna.
He didn't wire it up though. We even got his tow bar on, so he can chuck his van on and meet us up there.
All right, let's go have a look how that ended up actually. It's so clean.
Yeah, well, it's the last time it's going to look like this, isn't it?
Man, it sounds good too. No, that all sounds good.
And we got the exhaust done.
The induction noise of just driving it then with the Manta exhaust, like, I swear it was going to suck a bird out of the sky.
Beautiful.
It was good, like the throatiness out of it. And that's what he asked for. He goes, I want something that's deep and throaty, and oh, he's got it without a doubt.
Yeah.
All right.
Put the supercharger on there, make some spores, doesn't it?
Yeah, you get the dead cat pulling its tail. But no, it sounds awesome. So now we're just gonna wait for Charlie to rock up. I'm gonna hide it in the workshop so he can't see it. We'll just see the back of it, and be a bit of a surprise him seeing the front bar.
Oh, let's go.
Time to pick the car up.
Time it is.
Here we go.
Oh, have a look at
It's
this.
a 79 series.
How good is this, fellas, eh? Built. Toyota. Not tough. Oh, have a look at it. Have a look at it. Oh, what the fuck? Get out of here. Are you serious? Are you shitting me?
Phew! We did it.
Oh, man.
We squeezed it on.
Oh, hell. Oh, I don't know whether to cry or...
Turns out there's 24 working hours in a day.
There is 24 hour working hours in a day. How good is that?
She come up good.
All right, so this car has turned into, I guess, what we've learned over the last 2-3 years of building these cars, all the little brackets and tricks and things, and basically this TUFF 62 is built with all of the expertise that we could bring to it. So this is round one, isn't it, Charlie?
It is round one. We've got to be somewhere tomorrow, and we're going to see what we can't break.
So this is round one. We'll let him have a look at his car, and the next video you're going to see is this thing smashing up Dorado Downs hills. Yeah, yeah.
Nah, it's killer. I'm just like, it is perfect. I'll show you what I'm doing the work today.